Most women assume their skin just got older. That's only part of the story. After menopause, estrogen drops and research shows women can lose up to 30% of their skin's collagen in just the first 5 years. That's why skin can suddenly feel thinner, drier, and rougher, almost overnight. So, we tested 7 of the most widely purchased body moisturizers to find out which one actually addresses those changes, not just dryness. 5 criteria: barrier support, hydration longevity, texture improvement, irritation risk, and daily usability. 1 clear winner. Number 7. CeraVe Daily Moisturizing Lotion. Around $14. This is the moisturizer most women already own, sitting in a shower caddy somewhere in this exact demographic, recommended by nearly every dermatologist at some point over the last decade. 3 ceramides, hyaluronic acid, and CeraVe's patented MVE technology, which releases those ingredients gradually throughout the day instead of dumping them all on skin at once. That matters more after menopause than most people realize. The skin barrier, the layer that keeps water in and irritants out, thins as estrogen drops, and ceramides are literally part of what holds that barrier together. It's the benchmark for a reason. It's genuinely good at supporting a basic, everyday barrier without asking much of the person using it. Here's the honest limitation for this specific angle. CeraVe positions this particular lotion for normal to dry skin, reserving its heavier moisturizing cream and intensive moisturizing lotion for more serious dryness. For skin that's dealing with the more pronounced barrier thinning that shows up after menopause, particularly on the shins, elbows, and forearms, this lighter formula can start to feel like it's simply not enough by midway through the day. It's also worth knowing plainly that the US formula still contains parabens, something the EU version of this same product line doesn't. Who it works for? Daily maintenance on skin that isn't dealing with severe roughness yet. Who might need more? Skin that's already showing the thinning, papery texture menopause tends to bring on faster than most women expect. Number 6. Curl Ultra Healing Lotion. Around $11. In 1998, Kao Corporation, a Japanese company that had spent over a decade specifically researching ceramides in a lab, acquired Curl specifically to put that research into an actual, sellable product line. Kao had been studying pseudo-ceramide technology since the late 1980s, nearly 4 decades of quiet, unglamorous barrier science, long before ceramide became a word most skincare shoppers recognized on the front of a bottle at the drugstore. It's worth understanding why that specific ingredient earned 4 decades of research in the first place. Ceramides make up roughly half of the lipids that hold skin cells together, and menopause accelerates how quickly skin loses them. The result is Curl's Advanced Ceramide Complex, a synthetic ceramide technology built specifically to be affordable enough to include at genuinely meaningful concentrations, rather than the trace amount some formulas rely on to justify the word appearing somewhere on the label. The formula is noticeably richer than CeraVe's daily lotion, positioned specifically for extra dry, tight skin that needs a bit more than a light everyday formula can offer. One honest note, because this formula leans heavier into ceramide replenishment specifically, it doesn't address rough surface texture the way a formula built around gentle exfoliation does. It's replenishing what's already missing from skin. It isn't resurfacing what's already there. Dry skin and itchy skin feel like the same complaint. They aren't, and they don't respond to the same ingredient, no matter how rich the formula feels going on. Itching specifically becomes more common after menopause too, tied to that same thinning barrier, letting more irritants reach nerve endings that used to be better protected. Number 5. Bioderma Atoderm Intensive Balm. Around $22. This formula is built around PEA, palmitoylethanolamide, an anti-itch agent studied specifically for calming the sensation of itch directly, rather than simply adding moisture and hoping the itching quietly resolves as a side effect of hydration. The clinical backing here is genuinely substantial for an over-the-counter body product. One of the strongest long-term clinical trials behind any product in this test, involving over 100 patients with moderate atopic dermatitis, running twice daily for 6 full months. One honest caveat worth naming directly: that trial studied children and adolescents with diagnosed eczema specifically, not adult women navigating menopausal skin changes, so the population tested isn't a perfect match for this particular test. What it does confirm is a real, independently studied mechanism for calming itch specifically, which happens to be one of the more common and least talked about menopausal skin complaints women rarely bring up until directly asked. Bioderma also includes a patented technology aimed at the skin's microbiome specifically, limiting the kind of bacterial overgrowth that tends to make already irritated skin measurably worse over time, a mechanism most drugstore body lotions don't attempt to address at all. This is a formula built around calming an already reactive barrier, not primarily rebuilding a weakened one from scratch. Number 4. La Roche-Posay Lipicar AP Plus Max, around $38. This formula has quietly built one of the more substantial clinical files of anything sitting in this entire test. 7 separate clinical studies behind it. A documented 82% rate of patients staying flare-free for a full month, compared to 26% on standard care alone, a genuinely large gap. Ceramides, niacinamide, and a newer ingredient the brand calls neurobioma, developed specifically to interrupt the itch sensation at a different point in the nerve pathway than PEA does. The formula also includes prebiotic thermal spring water aimed at supporting a balanced skin microbiome alongside 20% shea butter for genuine, noticeable barrier reinforcement, a higher concentration than most drugstore alternatives bother including. This is easily one of the most clinically documented formulas in the entire test, by a wide margin over everything else on this list. One thing worth knowing plainly, at this price, you're paying meaningfully more than most of the other products here, and while the clinical file is real and substantial, most of it comes from studies on eczema-prone and atopic populations specifically, not from a menopause-specific study population. It's strong evidence for barrier support and itch relief broadly speaking. It's not evidence that this particular formula uniquely reverses hormone-driven skin changes, because no over-the-counter moisturizer at any price actually does that. Some doctors are exploring prescription topical estrogen for exactly that reason, applied locally under a doctor's guidance. That's a real separate conversation for your own physician, not something any body lotion, including this one, is designed to replace. Number 3. Vanicream Moisturizing Cream, around $14. Every product so far in this test has been building a case for adding something. More ceramides, a specific anti-itch compound, a patented microbiome technology, a clinical file thick enough to justify a higher price. This one makes the opposite argument entirely, and it makes it on purpose. Vanicream contains no ceramides at all, a detail the brand confirms directly on its own website rather than quietly hoping nobody checks. 11 ingredients total. No fragrance, no dye, no botanical extracts, no lanolin, no essential oils, nothing added purely for a nicer sensory experience in the shower. Petrolatum does the heavy lifting here as a pure occlusive, sealing in whatever moisture is already present rather than adding new actives for an already more reactive system to potentially fight against. The question this formula is really asking is worth sitting with for a moment. Does menopausal skin, which tends to grow more reactive to fragrance, and actives it used to tolerate easily just a few years earlier, actually need more ingredients? Or does it need fewer opportunities to react to something new entirely? That growing reactivity is real and documented, not just a feeling. As the barrier thins, it becomes easier for fragrance and other common actives to trigger a response they never used to cause. For skin that seems to flare up at almost anything lately, fewer ingredients is a legitimately different, and sometimes genuinely better, strategy than simply adding one more active into an already crowded routine. One honest limitation: without ceramides or any exfoliating component, this formula won't meaningfully improve rough, uneven texture on its own, no matter how consistently it's used. It protects reliably. It doesn't renew. Run your hand across your shin. If the honest answer isn't dry, it's rough. This next product is solving a different problem than everything else in this test. Number 2. Lactin Daily Moisturizing Lotion. Around $18. Every formula so far in this test works by adding moisture, sealing it in, or calming irritation around the edges of the problem. This one works differently. It actually changes the surface of the skin itself, rather than just sitting on top of it. 12% lactic acid, delivered as ammonium lactate, an alpha hydroxy acid with decades of dermatological use behind it specifically for rough, uneven skin texture on the body. At this concentration, lactic acid does two things simultaneously. It gently loosens the bonds between dead skin cells so they shed more naturally on their own, and it acts as a genuinely powerful humectant, drawing water into deeper layers of skin rather than just sitting on the surface the way most moisturizing ingredients do. This is the one product in this entire test built around a mechanism dermatologists specifically reach for when the primary concern is texture, not simply dryness. That's directly relevant here, because slower cell turnover is one of the specific, documented changes tied to declining estrogen levels. Skin genuinely does renew itself more slowly after menopause, which is a real part of why rough, uneven texture becomes noticeably more common during exactly this stage of life, not just a coincidence of getting older in general. The honest trade-off, an active ingredient at this concentration, comes with real irritation risk, more than anything else sitting in this test. Some women notice mild tingling on first use, particularly on skin that's already reactive or has any broken skin nearby. And dermatologists often suggest easing in gradually rather than applying it twice daily right away. It typically settles down with consistent use over a few weeks, but for skin that's currently in a highly reactive phase, this isn't necessarily where to start the routine. Number 1. Eucerin Advanced Repair Cream. Around $13. Every product we've looked at solved one part of this problem. This is the first one that consistently addressed almost all of them at once, which is exactly why it wins. Read the ingredient list from the top. Water, glycerin, then urea, positioned high enough on the list to actually matter, not buried near the bottom as an afterthought the way some brands quietly do. After urea, sodium lactate, then further down, lactic acid, then ceramide NP. That's 4 separate ingredients with documented barrier repair or gentle renewal mechanisms, working together rather than any single one carrying the entire formula on its own. Urea does something specific that's easy to undervalue when you're scanning a label quickly. It's a natural component of skin's own moisturizing factors, the internal system that starts declining as estrogen drops during menopause. Adding it back genuinely replenishes something skin is already losing on its own, rather than simply layering a new ingredient on top of an unrelated problem. Combined with ceramides for barrier support and a gentle lactic acid presence for mild surface renewal, this formula is working on hydration, barrier, and texture simultaneously, without leaning hard enough on any single active to create the irritation risk a stronger, more narrowly targeted formula might. Eucerin documents 48 hours of hydration in its own clinical testing. It's fragrance-free, paraben-free, and free of lanolin. 3 details that matter more than they might sound on skin that's grown more reactive over the past few years. The formula isn't chasing one single dramatic mechanism the way some of the others in this test are. It's addressing the barrier, the hydration, and the texture change that menopausal skin tends to deal with all at the same time, which turns out to matter more in practice than being the single strongest option at any one of them individually. Eucerin is the clear overall winner here, not because it's the most powerful formula sitting in this test, but because it addresses more of what's actually changing in menopausal skin, all at once, without the irritation trade-offs that come with a narrower, more aggressive formula built around just one mechanism. The biggest surprise here wasn't which moisturizer won. It was realizing that menopause doesn't just make skin drier. It changes what a good moisturizer actually has to do. Drop in the comments, which of these are you currently using? And after this test, are you keeping it or switching?